Alrighty, so a few key basics before we progress any further, like keyboard shortcuts and all that jazz. So for starters, tracking panel, we can make trackers here, or we could select the tracker already, and we can click again, and we have the attributes from the previous tracker. So if I select the white one over here, it's gonna keep that when I make a new one. Anywhere I go, you can click and drag the tracker to move it, or you can click here and drag it infinitely through space. It's fine. Deleting in the keyboard is deleting it. It's the same thing. Some helpful tips. If you have a tracker, you can hit 5 to center on it. You can zoom in and out with the middle mouse. And this is pretty good. You can scrub here, or you can hit ASDF to move around. So A and F to go between keys, S and D to go only one key at a time. And this is helpful in situations where instead of hitting spacebar to go throughout the whole shot, you want to look a little closer at certain parts to make sure it looks pretty good. So that's nice. To switch between this mode and this mode, you can hit F2 for the singular cam, or the quad view with F4, F3 for perspective, and hit L to lock it into the camera. And you'll notice that in the starts here, this is very helpful later on in the pipeline when we're trying to figure out the distortion, as you can tell, without it and with it. And if you hit home, it'll go back to the normal view as seen here. You could go here, hit home, it's fine. You can right click to zoom in and out, or you could use middle mouse again if you want. Pretty straightforward things. If you can't see anything here, always go to world size. That'll be your biggest offender. Here we go. Pretty good. If you want to hide the meshes or view them, you can toggle this in a keyboard map. You're going to just try to find show meshes and then keybind it there. They're very helpful if you want to see the mesh or not. And that's pretty much it. Some key functionalities, so when you're seeing the videos up ahead, you'll know what's happening and you're not totally lost. The future part of this is mostly how I go about shots, what I usually go for in tracking, seeing how things line up, lining up the camera, and then solving it. So if you hit F7, you'll see the graph editor. The biggest, best toy in this program. We can edit this around if you want in different channels. You'll go under the camera, solve path to see this. And we'll go deeper into this stuff later on, but this is like a quick overview of what's happening around here. So we can delete keys if you want, or you can manually select them and then delete them or move them around to whatever you feel like doing. And that's pretty much all you'll really have to know at this point for keys. Aside from that, there's like P for image prep, but it's going to be so ingrained on you whenever you're tracking these shots that it's going to be second nature. You're going to just click buttons and you're going to know what you're doing. So it's not too bad. All of it's just repetition and practice. So after a couple of shots, you'll get the hang of it. So without further ado, let's get started.